We've always been really critical with Ron Rivera and his regime, and at times rightfully so, and at other times maybe we're being a little too hard on the man. But one thing that I have to commend him on is bringing back Jamison Crowder. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs channel. My name is Greg, and if you're new here, thank you for joining us. This channel is dedicated to the Washington Commanders, and if you're a fan, hey, then welcome aboard. Hopefully we will provide you with great content that will make you want to subscribe to this channel, and if that is the case, then well, that just makes me very happy. So in this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Jamison Crowder. I really hated getting rid of Crowder initially a couple of years back when he went in free agency, left to go to the Jets. I felt that he was one of our better wide receivers, thought that he could be a very dynamic wide receiver. One thing that he had a strength for was punt returns. And I remember some very good punt returns that he took to the house during the Jay Gruden era. And so, of course, time progresses. These players kind of leave. We start to draft guys like Terry McLaurin. We start to bring in other receivers, and eventually Jamison Crowder decides that there's greener pastures elsewhere, and I think there were at the time. But, as fate has it, Jamison Crowder found his way back into Washington, thank God. And I think he's been a godsend for the Washington Commanders this year because Curtis Samuel is rolled out for this Sunday's game against the New England Patriots. And, honestly, since Samuel has been here, he's really been, his health has not been the best. That first season, we hardly ever saw him. He couldn't really get on the field. The second season, he played a little bit more. Wasn't necessarily what I called, the most dynamic. Like, I just didn't think that he was being used the way he should have. But at the same time, we had such quarterback issues that maybe that we couldn't use him the way that we want to use him. Well, you fast forward to this season and, we've seen Curtis Samuel kind of sparse. I mean, at times he's made some good plays. And then other times we just don't use him as much. And I think one of the reasons is that we have such talent, so many talented players at wide receiver. It's kind of hard, you got Terry McLaurin, you got Jahan Dotson, which, we questioned where was Jahan Dotson for a while. And then suddenly Jahan Dotson's back. And then, of course, Curtis Samuel, Diami Brown, which, now Brown, I don't know. He seems to be the odd man out or, the man looking in. And here we bring in Jamison Crowder, and then he becomes the spark that we needed in our kick returns, our punt returns, and then all of a sudden he gets a little bit more playing time in the offense, and he really looked really good last week against Philadelphia. And now he's getting his chance to get even more playing time because, quite frankly, Diami Brown's stock is going down. Jamison Crowder's stock is going up. And honestly, Jamison Crowder is one that I wish we had never gotten rid of. I always felt that he was a high quality receiver, never one that was going to get a lot of the accolades like he probably should have. But, just one of my favorite favorite Redskins at the time. And I say Redskins because that's what he was when he was in Washington. So I'm so glad that he's back. And honestly, I think that he is a player that I hope that sticks. I hope he stays around because I think at the end of the season, you're not going to see Curtis Samuel here. You're probably not going to see Dyami Brown here. So to have a guy like Curtis Samuel, not Curtis Samuel, but Jamison Crowder here filling that third spot along with Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson. And, we know that Jamison Crowder is a proven receiver who can put in some good quality minutes for you and put up some good quality production for you, along with Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin. That's a very dynamic trio of wide receivers there. So I am very ecstatic to see Jamison Crowder back. And he has just been a very valuable pickup for the Washington Commanders. That's one thing that I give our front office and Ron Rivera and company a lot of credit for going out and picking up Jamison Crowder and bringing him back to Washington. So glad to see him back in Washington. So, folks, what do you think in the comments? Are you also glad to see Jamison Crowder back in Washington? I know I am. I hope that he sticks around for a few more seasons at least. Good quality wide receiver to have. Just very exciting to see. And, he's a surprising guy too. He always flies on the radar. I mean, people, they look out for Terry McLaurin, and then, they're starting to kind of keep an eye out on Jahan Dotson, but people forget about Jamison Crowder and how explosive that he can be as well. Folks, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a share, leave a comment. If you're enjoying this channel, please consider subscribing. When you do, hit that notification bell. And don't forget, we have channel memberships here as well. Please consider channel memberships. We'll try to provide some good quality content for those who are members only. And with that said, folks, I will see you in the next one.